everyone. Welcome back to Flourish by Design TV. I'm back banging my drum. It's been a year and a half since I've actually ran any podcasts, and I just want to say hello to my audience that I had, and actually people that have joined my Facebook page and my YouTube channel since then. And I just wanted to say thank you so much for all your support over the last couple of years. It's just been amazing, all the interaction that I've had online and all the support with my self-development and my healing. And, when I'm always trying to step up and be true to myself. So I'm so delighted to have you all back in. And I just wanted to announce that I'm actually starting back with the podcasting. And for anyone who doesn't know me and doesn't know my story, I've had a couple of really tough years. I've had both my parents passed away, and I had my own health issues. So I've overcome all of that, and actually it was just this weekend that I was given the push by the universe to start again, because again I had another loss in the family, which was my stepfather. The gorgeous Mark Cullen just passed away in America, and it really made me go within again. And I started thinking about the tree of life and thinking about the depth of the meaning within that, and thinking about my own purpose and how I feel my life has unfolded over the last number of years. And I wanted to share it with you what I see coming, in the future and where we're all going. So just to share my insights with you, and again, it's my personal insights. It's, I have a deep connection to nature, to spiritual connection, and also to the business world and to academia, to teaching. I'm a lecturer in Griffith College. So I bring all the aspects of who I am always to conversations that I share, and also what I share online. So what I've been seeing in the last number of years is actually my own transformation. I've been witnessing my own becoming. A number of years ago, my intuition said that you're going to have part one and part two of your life. I didn't really understand exactly what that was, but the energy was saying that basically it's going to be completely different. Part one to part two. You won't even recognize what that's going to look like. So I thought, okay. But I didn't realize what kind of a ride I was going to be on. And absolutely, I've came from a very rural, close-knit family that I lived in the countryside in underneath the Black Stairs in County Wexford up until I was 16 years of age. So I grew up, around all of my aunts and uncles, and reared by the village, we'll say. And then we moved from there when I was 16, and that was the beginning of this world adventure that I was on, and traveling and, education and lots of different experiences. But it just has meant that I've always had a very close-knit connection, even no matter where I am in the world, with that connection with home, with Ireland and with my family. And they've always meant so much to me because they were really the foundation of who I was and who I am today. And what I started to think about over the weekend was the tree of life. And in Catholic spirituality, it's something that we refer to again and again. And I absolutely love that symbol because it's so easy for people to understand. But there was a new teaching that was revealed to me over the weekend, and I wanted to share, because I realized all of the beautiful branches in my family tree that have, it was like a massive big oak tree. I had so many different branches from that beautiful trunk of the tree that went up, which is the grandparents, and then all the different branches of the tree, my uncles, my aunts, and all the little twigs that came off each one of my cousins and all of their families now. It just means you have this huge big family tree, and it meant so much to me. And there's such a connection and internal connection with every single element of that tree. But what I've noticed that over the number of years where I've lost uncles and aunts, both from both sides of my family, my mother's side and my father's side, that actually what's happened, that each one of those branches, when they fell down or broke off, they actually went underground and they became a root. So it was amazing because even though it was very upsetting and shocking, to lose somebody in your family. But what I noticed was that energetically, I got this new strength, and I actually what they had gained in their life was passed on to me, became a strong, solid root in myself. So I started to think about the tree of life over the weekend and thinking about everything that was on the top actually just went underneath and became these really strong, solid roots. And the more confidence that it gives me. So then I create my own tree of life. And then that fruits come from that. And I just thought, wow, what amazing teaching, such an ancient teaching that hasn't really been talked about in depth before. And every time I live my life and something happens like that, I get a new revelation about it, and it shows me something new that I haven't actually read in a book or I haven't been told actually, but it's something that I'm living through, and it's like my ancestors are showing me from within what that means. So it's just fabulous, and I thought, wow, I have such a strong root system now that I feel that there's nothing that I can't do. I have so many people behind me, no matter where I go or what I do in the world, that I have really strong root system. They're always nourishing me and feeding me with confidence and with support and with all their characteristics that they've gained throughout their life. So although it's very difficult to lose people, we they never disappear. They're always added to us, and that's our ancestral tree underneath the ground that supports our system. And they very much have a will of their own as well. They want things to get done in this lifetime, and you very much become a vessel for that, or purposeful in the world. There's fruits that need to be harvested from you. So there's a big responsibility there too. And it's beautiful that this tradition, the Celtic spirituality, is getting more popular in the world at the moment, because it's so easily understood. We can all relate to that. And I'd love to say as well, like, the family tree doesn't have to be blood relations. My stepfather was just such an amazing role model in my life. Had a huge connection, very close connection with him for 25 years. And it's not until people pass you really, really realize who they've been in your life. He was such a rock solid uh, man who would give you advice when you needed it, and because he had a lot of life experience, and he had done so many different things in the world and traveled and had businesses, and was in the army and lots of different things. And then he was always there to console you when things weren't going right either. He had big soft heart. So it's not that they have to be blood relatives. It's just the relationships. So the quality of our life is always a reflection of the quality of our relationships. So I just wanted to share that becoming the tree of life is about becoming a manifestation of all of your experiences, all the connections that you've had in your life, and to bring that to the world, bring your gifts, your talents, your knowledge, your wisdom to bring fruit to the world, so that people can feed from what you have to give, and makes the world a much more beautiful and rich place. Then you continue that, someday I'll become a root. And just knowing that it's your time to be that support, and to be that, as in my elders would have been to me. So it takes a little time to get used to, I suppose, that shift in your own identity. And that's what's really inspired me, I guess, to become this feminine leadership, I would say, guide, because I've changed Flourish by Design now. I've stepped away from traditional branding, and now I'm interested in working with women with personal branding, which is in the Inner Design Academy. So I'm running workshops that are helping women really define who they are from the inside out. So I'm very excited about that. And it's actually been inspired from the beautiful work I've done with my design students as well. And I know what really works with them and what has made them shine and blossom in themselves. So I was so excited to bring that to women as well, and also to bring my conscious branding consultancy aspect from the inside design of our identity, not just a logo, not just a face, but how can you show up true to you in the world? And also, my academic side of things, being a lecturer and also studying a master's in training education. And also the third aspect is my spiritual authorship, so that spiritual aspect of always being guided by our intentions of what we're here to do and our connection to where our future is and our destiny, fulfilling our destiny, and also that beautiful connection to the earth and the collective, that beautiful interconnection between everyone. So I'm planning to do a lot more conversations, more teachings, and actually have another venture that I want to get you all involved in as well. It's going to be a collaborative piece that's coming out of my master's. So there's lots of fruit coming from the master's, which is amazing. A lot of the modules that I've been writing and developing my research within is actually going to become initiatives in the world. So very excited about that. That's starting again tonight actually as well. So the lecturing back next week and masters tonight. And I wanted to kick off just to say a welcome back to Flourish by Design TV, because I want to invite the beautiful women that I've actually learned and started to get to know from my trip to Bali and my trip around the world nearly this year. Went to Dubai and Bali, and I went to Germany. So I have a lot of new people that I'd love to introduce you to. And I'd love to start talking to more people and invite more people into this conversation around feminine leadership, which is all about getting back to our core identity of our divine femininity and what that means to us, and then how does that flourish in the world. So how do we become that tree of life in the world that bears fruit, and how do we blossom into our true identity? So I'm looking forward to sharing all of that with you, and I just wanted to say hello tonight, and I hope to see you again soon. I'll be setting up recordings and some teachings and interviews in the next few weeks when I get my schedules organized. So I'll keep you Facebook posted, and hope you're all going to have a wonderful week, and I'll talk to you soon again. Bye.